What's happening, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a really quick UFC 266 main card recap. Let's start from the top down with Alexander Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega. All I can say is, wow, Volkanovski is not human. The guy is a complete animal. But mega props to Brian Ortega, because many men would have folded a long time ago in that fight. He showed tremendous heart. It looked like he was pretty much done several times in that fight. And Ortega managed to make it to the end of the fight to decision. He almost locked in 2 submissions on Volkanovski, a super tight guillotine choke, and a pretty tight triangle choke. Let me tell you guys, that guillotine choke was about as tight as you can get it. Volkanovski got out of that thing primarily based on heart. He just refused to lose. He also remained calm, tried to create as much space as he could so he can breathe, but that was mostly heart and toughness. Most fighters would have tapped to that, 100%. He was stronger than Ortega, more explosive, had better counters, had better cardio and conditioning, applied pressure throughout the fight, didn't let Ortega get off. It was just a masterful performance by Alexander Volkanovski against a very game Brian Ortega. Props to both of those guys. Great fight. Alright, Valentina Shevchenko versus Lauren Murphy. Systematic, clinical, expected. Pretty much how I figured that fight would go down. Valentina, dominant. Murphy had nothing for her at all. I really don't even know what to say about this fight, because it just was one-sided. Valentina pretty much did what she wanted. Too skilled, too good. Shevchenko might be the most skilled fighter in the UFC, in the entire roster, male or female. Simply an amazing champion and fighter. The next one, the much anticipated return of an OG fighting legend, Nick Diaz. Nick, all things considered, being away for 6 years, actually looked pretty decent. He landed a lot of great shots on Robbie Lawler. It was a fun fight. It was back and forth. Nick, to me, looked out of shape. He looked a little bit slower. And if he had a little bit more pop in his shots, a little bit more speed, who knows what would have happened then, because those counters were great. His boxing looked really good. In the respect of skill and technique, timing, Diaz looked like old Diaz, but he just wasn't in the proper shape. Robbie wanted to get that win back. He wanted it more. He rose to the occasion, rose to the challenge, and he even thanked Nick for that after the fight. Nothing but respect between the two legends. Awesome to see. Now, the way the fight ended, yeah, it looked like Nick was done. He just quit. But no shame in that. He knew he was done. I'm sure he knew he wasn't at his best. His nose got shattered. Anybody criticizing Nick and a legend like that for quitting, you need to check yourself. Show some respect to an OG legend. I'd like to see Nick back at 170 pounds, not 185 if he wants to come back, and put him against a fringe top 10, not like a top 10 killer, even maybe somebody a little bit out of the top 10. Then go from there. He needs to build back up, get back into the game. But like I said, all things considered, he looked good. It must feel good to Lawler to get that W back. Alright, moving on. Curtis Blaydes versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. This one played out as expected as well. Curtis Blaydes, the wrestling, the grappling, too much for Biggie Boy. Jairzinho had his moments. He didn't look terrible. He is improving in his takedown offense. He's improving in getting back up off the mat. So props to him for being pretty much like a pure kickboxer and learning some other skills. But it wasn't enough for Blaydes. Blaydes did what he had to do. Went to his base, the wrestling and grappling. Can't hate on that. Good win for Curtis Blaydes. Next fight, Jessica Andrade versus Cynthia Calvillo. That one went as expected as well. Jessica Andrade's too much power, too much aggression, taking Cynthia Calvillo out. That was a great bounce back win for her. after pretty much being dominated by Shevchenko. Was happy for Jessica, not gonna lie. Anyway guys, great night of fights. You let me know in the comment section what you thought about these matchups and the outcomes. Would love to read your thoughts. Thanks for watching the video. If this is your first time at the channel and you enjoy the content, consider hitting that subscribe button, like and share this video as that helps the channel grow. Thanks guys so much, and I'll catch you all on the next segment.